What happened to George Clooney's ex-wife Talia after divorce? Inside her life, marriage and career. George Clooney, one of Hollywood's biggest stars and once dubbed the world's most eligible bachelor, had a life-altering chapter before meeting Amal Al-Muttan. That chapter was his brief but memorable marriage to actress Talia Balsam. Long before he earned the bachelor's crown, Clooney's first and only official marriage was to Balsam. Though their union did not last long, it was a significant one that left a lasting mark on both their lives. After George Clooney and Talia Balsam ended their brief marriage, the Ocean's 11 actor was so devastated that he had even vowed once that he would never marry again. However, it all changed when, years later, Amal came into his life and swept him off his feet. George Clooney made headlines again with the premiere of his upcoming film, J. Kelly, at the Venice Film Festival on August 28, 2025. With Clooney and Amal's relationship back in the spotlight, curiosity has naturally turned to his first wife, Talia Balsam. Here's everything you need to know about her life after her divorce from Clooney. Who was George Clooney's first wife, Talia Balsam? Talia Balsam was born into a Hollywood family, making a career in film and television seem almost destined from childhood. She is the daughter of Academy Award-winning actor Martin Balsam and actress Joyce Van Patten, who also came from a showbiz lineage. Talia not only grew up surrounded by acting talent, but her upbringing was also largely inspired by a mix of cultures, with her father's Russian-Jewish roots and her mother's Italian, Dutch, and English heritage. Besides her powerhouse parents, Talia's uncle, Dick Van Patten, was also an iconic TV star, and her cousin, Grace Van Patten, continues to carry the family's legacy forward as an actress. Thus, Balsam's story is far richer than just being Clooney's ex born into Hollywood royalty. The actress forged her own path to move past her ex-husband's identity and make a name for herself in film and television alike. Born in 1959, Talia Balsam started her acting journey early on in her life, even sharing the screen with her legendary father in a 1980 episode of Archie Bunker's Place. This marked an essential milestone in her career that showcased her acting talent from the start. Meeting George Clooney. Talia Balsam and George Clooney's love story dates back to their first meeting in 1984, when they were co-starring in a local play, as per Vanity Fair. Clooney, a charming 23-year-old lad trying to establish himself as a serious actor, soon hit it off with Balsam, then 25, who was also finding her mettle in the industry. Balsam and Clooney's shared love and passion for acting brought them together. After 5 years of dating, the pair broke up briefly before getting back together and later marrying in a spontaneous wedding in Las Vegas in December 1989. Clooney, who was still a rising actor, later admitted he wasn't ready for marriage and didn't give the union a fair shot. Clooney takes responsibility for his failed first marriage. In just a few years, the marriage ran its course, and Clooney filed for a divorce. The couple officially separated in 1993, but both have maintained respect for one another. The ER star, in a 1995 interview with Barbara Walters on 2020, famously reflected on the marriage and declared he won't marry again, stating he wasn't very good at marriage. Talia and George have remained respectful of each other, and neither of them can deny that the love wasn't real. It might have been a case of right person, wrong time. Speaking to Vanity Fair, Clooney took full responsibility for the marriage's failure. He reflected, "I probably, definitely, wasn't someone who should have been married at that point. I just don't